Hello and welcome to this Novacura Flow tutorial. Today I will explain to you how the brand new application monitoring in Novacura Flow works. So why should you use application monitoring? Well, there are three main reasons for that. Firstly, you will get an instant overview of what is happening in your processes in real time. You will also be able to track who's doing what, or if someone is not doing what he or she is supposed to do. And then you will also be able to take action on this information whenever necessary. So let's start with going to the Flow Studio to enable monitoring for one application. We have a new checkbox here in the application metadata that is called monitored. That one needs to be checked. Then we have the public variables. The public variables is the external information that you want to show for one application. Here you can define any type of information that you need for an application. Every instance of an application generates its own process ID. And for this, you can use the application short name. You can also define your own process IDs by using the process ID template. Then you can set any information from the application as process ID. But in this case, we will use the application short name to generate a process ID for us. The next thing we need to do is to map our public variables to internal workflow information. This you do in the Map Public Variables dialog. Here you can simply turn any information that you have in the workflow into public variables. Just select any single workflow variable from the dropdown to define as a public variable and press OK. Then we publish a new version of the application and let's see what happens when we run it. In this case, we will use the web client to run the application. Let's start the purchase order arrival application. So first we type in a tutorial receipt reference. Then we go through the workflow, selecting a purchase order. And we want to create a task to quality control. So let's check back to the workflow. Here we split the workflow into two, and the branch going down in the workflow will create a task to quality control. Here we open the swim lane crossing configuration. In this configuration, you can now set a name on the task for quality control. You can also enable push notification and set the text on the notification. Now we go to the monitoring part of the Flow Studio. This is a new part of the Flow Studio where you can see all the monitored applications. And in this case, we select the Register Purchase Order Arrival application. I order by start time, and on the top, I get the arrival that we did before. Here I now have all the information that we have set as public variables, and we can see the tutorial receipt reference that we set. If I click on the process ID, I will get to the task view in the studio. Here I can see all the ongoing tasks for this arrival. I can see if someone is assigned to the quality control. I can reassign it if necessary, or I can kill the process. Now, if we go to the portal, we can get exactly the same overview there as we had in Studio. We can see the application information here, everything what is going on. We can see the tasks, who's doing what. We can take our actions here. We can kill the process, reassign it. And what more is that we can also connect this information with other information from other systems. In this case, we see the purchase order information here. And by doing this, we can get a total overview of the process. So with a new monitoring feature in Flow, you get in control. You see what is happening, you can see who's doing what, and you can take the necessary actions. Thank you for watching and visit novacura.com for more information.